So, is this movie any good? Hello, welcome back to the James Ramen Reviews for yet another episode. In today's episode, I am changing up the scenery here. I'm absolutely going for something kind of unexpected, as I will be reviewing for you Mickey 17, which is the most recent movie by Bong Joon, which I watched a couple of days ago at the cinema. I was going to review it yesterday, but I was like, you know what, I need to take a wee break because I've been doing a lot of reviews and we did that whole, little mini Pirate Yakuza deep dive, so I was like, okay, let's take a little break, take a day off and give myself even more time to process Mickey 17. And just to clarify, as a bit of context here, Bong Joon is the same director that directed Parasite, but we are not going to be comparing Parasite to Mickey 17 or anything like that, because they are completely different movies. And needless to say here, there's been enough said on Parasite, and it's a movie from 2019, so it's just eons ago, and we shouldn't really care about that at this point. We're here to talk about Mickey 17. And so that is my context on this kind of thing. So what is Mickey 17 actually about, without spoiling obviously? So right here, right now, you have a two plus hour movie where Robert Pattinson plays two versions of himself, and he gets wrapped up in this really crazy sci-fi experience where he is trying to figure out what is really going on this planet, who to trust, who to take out, and who he should really stop, and who is at the top and who we should take out. So pretty much that's my best summation and summary of the film, without spoiling every little detail and stuff like that. So how did I feel about Mickey 17? So just to get the elephant out of the room here, I think Robert Pattinson is really good in this movie. However, this movie can at times feel like a bit of a mess of a movie, because you've got these moments where Robert Pattinson is really good and he's performing his ass off, and he's just really good. But Mark Ruffalo, he is entertaining, and yeah, this movie is very entertaining, but the plot and how they try to integrate what Mark Ruffalo is going for with the idea of the 17 versions of Mickey and all this stuff or whatever, all that stuff there, the plot itself, it's nothing it's not really like memorable, but it was kinda entertaining. And there's a lot of dialogue in this movie where you're like, why the hell did they just say that? Oh my god, that's absolutely funny, sort of thing. But definitely not the most perfect plot. And I didn't feel like the movie dragged on either. But another fun fact about this movie is how I almost missed this movie because public transport and stuff like that, and I got into the cinema as soon as the ads actually ended, and then I was going for my seat, and I've realised, this guy's sitting in my seat, so I told him, it's F13, and an F13 didn't have a number on it, so there was all of that. But that didn't really affect my enjoyment, as I didn't actually miss the start of the movie, because the movie, at the point where I actually went to start watching it, right, it was already just beginning, and then it started explaining stuff again, so I didn't really miss out on a lot. And so that is what I'm meaning about this movie, is that it can be enjoyable, but then there's times where it's doing too much at the same time as the same things are going on, or there's other things happening. So definitely it's not gonna be a movie for everybody, especially if you're a fan of a particular president. I don't know, because Mark Ruffalo's performance definitely emphasised that, and indeed, so there's all of that to be considered here. So what would I actually give, Mickey 17 out of 10? So because of Robert Pattinson's performance and the enjoyability, and there is actual enjoyable things in here, I probably would give this a solid 6 out of 10. But as soon as you start to unravel the plot and how there's just this, it jumps from one thing to the next, and sure, you can make the argument that the movie's meant to be weird, but there is a lot of times where you're like, what the hell? They're meant to be focusing on Mickey's character, but then they jump to the villain's idea, and then it goes all over the place and all that. So yeah, there's all of that kind of stuff. So that is my review of Mickey 17. So yeah, there definitely will not be multiples of viewings of this movie. I think one viewing sealed the deal for me, and so definitely that is my review of Mickey 17 2025. So yeah, see you next time for another review on the James Rambin Reviews. Bye.